Itten is vagyunk, hát folytassuk akkor. Ja igen, jön a izé. Jön a Storm. Igen. Production. Radiation filter. A workshopba megyek én, maintenance, igen. Jó, azt hadd maradjon a mineral outpostba. Hát végül is kajánk az van. Jó. Workshop.
Would you like me to take care of that? Rid of you. Done here. Should I help with this now?
Ja, menj oda.
A little more later.
Action. Jó, van egy feastünk, kaja van. Bőven van kaja. Ja, oké, beindította magát, jó. Hát várját, azért nem kell semmi. Jön akkor a miner ide. És akkor hol van a social room? Nézzünk meg egy filmet. Mindenkinek egy kicsit jobb legyen a kedve. Igazából akkor ja, minden maradhat. Mondjuk a refinery-ben már nincsen semmi. Mennyire fog megbaszni a sugárzás? A repair kitek mennek. Radiation filter van bőven. Jó, minden fasza. Hát ennyi. Éppen beosztjuk a dokit. De... Oracle az információ. Azt ennyi. Holnap reggelre meg meggyógyulok. Ja, új resource. Minden.
All done here. Should I help with this now?
You don't want to be near me right now.
Oké, szóval kész van mind a két dolog.
I can see you're still troubled by what happened to Tabula Rasa. Is there any way we could put this behind us? By this, you mean a fundamental clash of values? You know, for a moment I thought that this situation was a chance to change my perception of self. That thanks to you, I could look at myself in a favorable light as a good person. But now, I realize that I was right to hate myself. Deep down, at the core, I'm just a selfish, ruthless brute. You proved that to me.
Want me to make myself useful here?
Jöhet egy feast, hadd örüljenek a srácok. Doktor az 6 főzzön, research megy, maze, maintenance, minden fasza jó. Csak a greenhouse-hoz most nem kell senki. visszamentek bazeg az ilyen szar izéba. Akkor... Akkor maradjon így. Ja, ennyi. Automatic outpost. Menj már. Basz, meg hát ez kell. Jó, hát én meg megyek ki akkor felfedezni. Járlok. Na szóval. Aha, ott lett is valami. Van aksink? Nagyon jó. Ja, ott van lent. Ó, hogy basznál meg. Ne vár. Csak egy ilyen genyó jött le. Hát az szopó.
This looks like a good spot for the tower. And the other one... Yeah, I need to build it on the other side.
Oké. De várjál, assignment, várjál, azért bazdmeg azt az organikra kell ráállítani tényleg. Mennyi organikum van? 430. Lehet, hogy most kéne csinálni azért még egy organikot inkább. És itt van is egy nem messze. Hát ennyi mára. Még mindig nem tudom beosztani. Nem. Ezek egyáltalán hozzá se lehet szólni most ezekhez. Menjenek is a kurva anyjukba. Kajából mennyi van? Ejha, fényből jó szarul állunk, mi történt, geci?
I'm done here. Want me to take care of this now?
Mondjuk most mennyi izé van bazd, mert a radiation filter az elvesz. Most nem is kell. Ezt is ki kell törölni. Most kurvára össze kell gyűjteni az organikot. Bazeg. Egy olyan hülye ötlet, akkor megyek gyalog, az bazzeg, megölök mindent.
I'm done here. Want me to take care of this now? All done here. Should I help with this now?
Az szép, hát ez a semmiből bazd meg. Hát akkor az használhatatlan. Refinery-be van, akkor az izét azt át kell rakni organikba, azt is. Nincsen valahol itt egy energiafal. Ilyenkor hol van, amikor kéne? Mi ez most véglegesen? Ja, oké. Az fasza. Na szóval... Merre? Erre le, aztán... Erre föl, ugye?
Should I do this now?
Kész vagy az research-ökkel? Ó, ja, hogy ezt is le kell gyártani, bassz meg. Na mindegy, akkor. Oké. Assign portals to the shadow. Oké. Passza. Hát 1, 2, 3, 4. Ennyi. Levegyünk a refinery-be. Hova raktam a refinery-t? Térre van beállítva a refinery. Organikra így van. Ja, 800, ennyi. Use the gravity sensor and leave the cannon. Ja, az is föltöltött, jó van. Natural anomalous have to be assigned to both towers. Ja, bazd meg, hogy ez csak munkaidőben lehet akkor, bazd meg. Fasza. Hála az égnek.
Terrain is a bit tricky. What was that about? That's none of your concern, Jan.
Basz szép. Az meg anyádat, hát pont elmegy, geci.
There's a lot of bad blood in the base. How are you coping with it? It sucks. I mean, you cured us without getting our brains hacked by the Corpo.
What more do they want, huh? Jam on it?
Yeah, right.
I don't know, man. I wish we could just get out of here, have another party. Make it all go away.
Good nap. Reggel 7 óra. Assignment. Mindenki be van állítva akkor a izéra. Organik tartály tele. Ez a Command Center, hol van az izé? Hova raktam a Workshop Communication-be, ezen jól leraktam. Na, beszéljünk akkor, megvan a Rapidium.
Hi, Lucas.
John, good to hear you. What's up?
Calling because I've collected some more Rapidium. Thought you'd like to know.
Oh, man, that's so great.
Yeah. You can be pretty convincing, you know?
Really? I don't hear that often. My work can be kind of lonely.
Tell me about it. It's good to talk with someone other than myself.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking. Remember how last time I was telling you about how Maxwell got me into all this?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. You said he was going through a tough time himself. What's the story behind that?
Well, I don't know it firsthand, but I heard that years back he was a completely different person. Happily married, house in the suburbs, with a steady academic job that had nothing to do with big tech or politics.
Sounds like a scientist's nightmare. No wonder he got fed up with it.
He didn't. It slipped away from him. One night his life suddenly got upturned, and then it was just a spiral of events. Things started toppling down like dominoes. His work, reputation, Eventually, his wife left him.
What happened?
His friend died in a car crash. Horrible accident, drunk driving.
Really? Well, that's sad, but how did losing a friend have such consequences?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I want to, if I should go into the details. They're very personal to him, but also maybe another time when we can talk longer. Bottom line for me is, if it weren't for that horrible accident and Maxwell's loss, I would probably have had a much more miserable life. It's so strange to think how relative life can be. Sometimes it just blows my mind, you know?
Tell me about it.
Vajon a haverját azt úgy hívták, hogy Jan?
No use getting all philosophical. Anyway, well done with the arcs. I really appreciate it.
Great. Because I'll need to focus on other things now.
Of course. That's understood. I'll 7 up.
Hét óra. Figyelj, ez ráér. Azután. Ez így jó is jön ki, mert most új is lesz. Ja, nem, most ki tudom kerülni. Oké, 9-kor kezdődik elvileg a shiftjük, ugye? Neki van állítva. Ja. Akkor már csak várunk. 20 másodperc. Öcsém, kíváncsi leszek, ez lesz az utolsó chapter szerintem. Uff.
Worked. We can get out of here. I'm sorry, Jan.
Hát oké, ez így érdekes.
Wake up, sleepyhead. Bedtime's over. What happened? Do you know where you are? Who you are? Do you remember anything? Please. What next? You can ask me about my name and role on this mission? Of course I remember. I mean, up to a point. Oh, shit. Oh, my chest. Careful. You took a heavy blow there. Yeah. I remember the technician. But why? Did he attack me? Yes. Apparently, some of us were unable to come to terms with your decisions. Looks like they'd been planning this for some time. Repairing the Tur vehicle while you weren't watching. Filling it up with stolen supplies. And then, when the time came, the technician just knocked you down. And they took off into the desert.
Fasza.
Took off with our supplies, and you just stood and watched? No, I was busy fighting for your life. That blow caught you off balance. You fell and punctured your helmet. You were suffocating. Luckily, we had some Adricol in the med bay. Well, at least I thought that would work. But after the injection, you just turned blue and started shaking all over. Of course I did. I'm allergic to Adricol. Yes, well, I know that now. I'll probably need to get tested too when I'm back on Earth. Wait. How did you find out? From someone who knows you best. I called Lena. Of course, it would have been much quicker if the botanist had told me. But I guess he was too busy despairing about our situation in his cabin. You talked to Lena? Yes. Fortunately, all of this happened before we got lost and communications died. Did you at least pretend to be me? Oh, come on, Jan. You and I couldn't be more different. She'd never fall for it. Shit. Yes. Well, I hope you also heard the important part of my story. It happened before we got lost. We're lost? The navigation system's down. The storm is everywhere. We've been circling blindly for days. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but frankly, the base is close to breaking down. The storm's been putting it under a lot of pressure, and supplies are at a critical level. It's been quite intense.
Okay.
Is there no good news at all? I mean, we're closer to the finish line, right? We just need to figure out how to get out of the storm. Sure, easy as that. Just so you know, we have been trying. With all the time we've lost, I'd say we're one mistake away from failing the mission and getting stuck here for good. We need to stop drifting aimlessly, pick a direction, and this time, it needs to be a flawless choice. Flawless. I'm glad you see the problem. Okay, so what do we do? I was hoping things would change when you woke up, but I suppose it's gonna take more than that. And I was hoping you'd be a little more helpful, you know? Not so eager to step up now when things have gone to shit, huh? You're the one who's led us here. It's your bullet to bite. Bullet? What bullet? What are you talking about? I didn't want to stress you immediately after you woke up, but there is something you should hear. Some messages in the comms room from before we lost contact with Earth. Okay, What's in them? What are you not telling me? Just listen for yourself.
Fasza.
So, I just had the most disturbing conversation of my life with someone who introduced himself as your alter. Alters, Jan. What the fuck? It was so scary. And you didn't think to warn me. I mean, why would you? What is going on with you? Do you have any idea what you've done? And that tabula rasa thing? You're farming people to extract brain cells now. That person, your copy, he was so cool about it. Maxwell's solution, huh? If only you had the patience to wait just a little longer. If only you wanted to listen to what I found out. This whole Project Ela, Maxwell experimenting on damaged people, messing with their minds. Man, that guy is seriously sick. Do you label your alters with numbers too? Like he did with his patients, like for example, patient 313? Did he tell you what happened to him? Well, maybe you should ask. Or maybe you already know and you just don't care. I guess not much can surprise me at this point. You've crossed a line, just like him.
Jó van már,
I
bazd
should
meg.
turn you in.
Duguljál
both of
már,
you.
hallod, esküszöm már, Geci, én már félbeszakítottam
Why?
volna.
I can't do this, Jan. You're lying there, unconscious, and I don't know what's become of you. Or who you are anymore. And I don't think I want to find out. I wish I'd never called you in the first place. I don't want any part in your freak show. You'll just have to deal with it on your own.
It's a big deal. Én is ezt csináltam.
Maxwell here. Lucas told me there's a communication breakdown again. Whatever is going on there, if you can hear me, please try to get in touch with us. I beg you to make the last push. Humanity needs you. I need you to succeed. I just hope my idea worked with Tabula Rasa and that all your alters are healthy and alive. It's just very, very important, Jan, that you bring all your alters back, that you keep them safe. More important than you think.
Find me when you're done with those calls. Looks like the mess is bigger than I thought. Yes, we've waited long enough for you to come to, but we need decisions fast. What's the plan? plan is simple. We need to get out of this sandstorm and reach the rendezvous point. I just don't really know how. Not yet. I never thought I'd say it, but I miss the technician. He knew that navigation system inside out. We'll be fine without him. That's what I'm counting on. Because we can't afford another day of drifting aimlessly in this storm. This is not a joke, Jan. Everything depends on you. The mission, Rapidium, our lives. You decided to trust Maxwell's scientific methods, and I respect that. But it came with a price. It was too much for some of us. I'd hate to know we paid that price for nothing. I did what it took to save you. Even if it meant coming across as cold-hearted. But it looks like my motives were misunderstood and everything crumbled. I'm sorry. I wish I could have done better. As your captain. No need to blame yourself. Apparently there was no way for you to ever become one. What do you mean? Just take a look at the branchings available in the QC. You can find all sorts of walks of life that you could have taken, but a captain? No. It was never possible. None of us were cut out for that role. You're right. It's kind of liberating, knowing that there was simply no way to be good at this. Oh, well, this actually got me thinking about something. What? That code we got from Maxwell to upgrade the QC. His old experiment. He and Lucas used the mind records in a completely different way. To manipulate the consciousness of an existing person. You're not really thinking we should try and repeat that. Well, I agree it could be dangerous, but well, you said it yourself. There might not be another way.
Mi, hogy megváltoztatja a saját személyiségét izéra?
Fine. I'll do it. What's the plan? It's hard to call it a plan. Just go into the womb, I'll plug you in, load Maxwell's code, and improvise. Testing on production? Doesn't sound like your standards. Oh, I had to say goodbye to my standards the moment I woke up in this base.
Az kemény. Hát jó. Kíváncsi leszek. És ki fog derülni?
All right. I'm activating the procedure. Any last words? Yeah, is it okay to have second thoughts about overriding my pride?
Anybody here?
Base has stopped. I should check outside.
Ez a durva azért.
Ah, shit. We're still in the storm. What the hell?
Ez csak kaluzza. Kamu.
Hey, someone's there. Wait. Am I losing my mind? Damn it. What was that? Hey, is that a baby? What's going on here? I recognize this.
You're no good. Hear that? No good! Mom,
No matter what I do,
Nagyon durván néz ki a játék.
maybe you should have run faster. What the hell? Who are you? What are you doing here? I am you, Jan. Just different. Is this a dream? No, Jan. You just woke up. Remember? But where am I? Still in the base or somewhere else? You're right here. Where else would you be? The better question is, why are you here? I just wanted to find a way out. I thought that maybe if I changed... Changed? You can't just start being someone else all of a sudden. Didn't Pops teach you that? I'm not my father. Maybe not. But aren't you doing what he did all his life? Waiting for a miracle to happen and change everything. That's not true. I wasn't waiting for anything. I took matters into my own hands. Do you really believe that? That you're the architect of your own fate? What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion? It's crossed your mind, hasn't it? Does it really matter what I do, where I go, what I say? Am I the captain of my ship? Or does it take its own course regardless of what I do? My choices are real. My altars are proof of that. Hey, wait, how? How do you know what I'm going to say? Cut it out. I'm sorry.
Ja, passz.
I couldn't help myself. But you haven't been listening carefully. I told
Na
you.
várjál, most a kvantum komputerrel beszélgetek, és így alakítom ki a...
So absorbed in that whole what if business. Using your altars to revisit problems you couldn't solve. You've been very busy. But still, instead of moving forward, you end up here, stuck in your past. How is that?
I know now that I could have been there for her. If I had taken a different path.
She's gone, Jan. She always was. There was never anything you could have done.
Where's he gone? Oh, this is crazy. Is that you?
Was a mistake. Why didn't you fight for us? We weren't meant for each other. I tried.
What is going on with you?
It's over.
Don't go. Wait.
I guess you two just weren't meant to be together.
Lena! You again? Come here to make fun of my failures.
Not my fault you're caught up in their loop. In that big round base of yours.
I'm moving forward.
Yes. To stop short on the wrong side of a precipice. Can't you see that you never were good enough for her? Her parents were mad at her when she dumped that law student for you. The unemployed miner's son with no prospects. And you wanted to impress them with what? A house with a garden, a steady job in a corporation? Is that why you were so afraid of losing that house and going abroad with her? Because you knew her parents wouldn't respect you? Just look at your altars. Don't you think any one of them would impress her more than the average warring Yandolski?
Maybe. Too bad they don't exist. They never had to face real problems, real life. I did.
Did you? Can you even tell what's real? That there had to be someone else. A version of you who actually deserved to live, to be loved. Because he always knew what to do, because he never made mistakes. Maybe that way he was worthy of nothing less. I'm just saying what you're thinking.
Hey! Please, don't go! What the fuck? No! Where are you going? Hey, you.
You can do it. You can do it.
You're not cut out to be a leader.
Don't quit now.
I'm sorry.
They were dead before you got to them.
Why did I survive, not any one of them?
Someone had to.
All this time, and I still don't understand what happened.
I'm sure you have some smart theories up your sleeve. Go ahead. Hit me.
Maybe Maxwell did it. He's got more control over these missions than anybody.
And why would he kill everybody but you?
Maybe he knew there was Rapidium here. And he wanted someone to get stranded with it. To have no choice but to make their altars. And I was the best choice because he thought it would be easiest to manipulate a simple builder?
Really? You believe that? You see, I think that deep down, you know what happened. The answers were always there, in front of you. But instead of piecing them together, you preferred to look away.
What answers? What are you talking about?
You know there was an oxygen leak during the landing. You got that information. And you also know what the quantum computer is, how it operates, what its main purpose is.
To optimize decisions.
That's right. Its role is to ensure the success of the mission no matter what. And it looks like in the face of an emergency, it had to do just that. There was only enough oxygen for one person to survive. And the QC had to calculate the probability, as it always does, who should receive that life-saving breath. No judgment, no reading tea leaves, just pure data analysis to give the answer to one simple question. Who had the biggest chances of completing the mission?
And it was...
Yes. The math pointed to you.
How do you know all this?
Because you know it. You always did. But you were so focused on your mistakes.
I was busy making tough decisions and figuring out how to avoid bad choices.
What is a bad choice, really? You feel you could have made a lot of different decisions in your life, but without those choices, good or bad, you wouldn't be who you are. The person with the best chance to pull it off. Maybe it's not you who needs to change, but your perspective. Mistakes can have good consequences too, you know.
Like what? Letting my altar split?
Maybe. Conflicts can open new, unexpected paths.
What do you mean?
Find and follow your disobedience side. You've spent a lot of time on this planet escaping the sun, facing the darkness. Maybe it's time you started looking through the darkness and notice the light.
Light? What light? Hey.
Looks like I'm back. It does. And well, you're cognizant. You've been shaking on that bed for an hour. I was honestly worried about the choice of settings I applied in that program. No. I think you did everything right. So, did it work? You look the same. Did anything change? Yeah, to be honest. Everything's different. Just not the way I expected. So, what happened? I met myself. Another one? No, not like you. He was me, but he knew things. Things I probably always knew, but didn't see somehow. It's called the subconscious, Jan. Yeah, I guess it is. So, my subconscious told me that instead of trying to fix my old life, I should try and take something good from what I messed up. It was very comforting. I'm sure it was. Did your subconscious by any chance mention how we could get out of here? Yeah. We should look for the rebels. The rebels. Do you really believe they're still alive? My subconscious seems to believe it. Well, that vehicle is definitely more maneuverable than our base. He said something about noticing the light. That make any sense to you? The light? Seriously? We risk everything to alter your mind, and all you come back with is a cliched epiphany about following the light? Doesn't the Tur emit any light? Probably. But in case you haven't noticed, there's a sandstorm raging outside. We'd never be able to see anything, even if we had the most high-end... Wait a minute. What? Tell me. Low-frequency electromagnetic waves detection. Oh, now you're confusing me. That could be it. Yeah, the navigation system. It can be switched into an auxiliary mode, tracing any interferences in electromagnetic wavelength. And that means if there was a source of artificial light somewhere nearby, the sensors could be able to locate it. And follow it. Right. If the technician really did find a way through the storm, and the Tur vehicle is not too far away, it could be worth a try. Your subconscious might actually be a genius. Well, you never doubted that, did you?
Zsír.
We're out of the storm. I don't want to be disproportionately enthusiastic, but it seems like our idea worked. Our idea? Yes. We brainstormed, didn't we? Sure. Shouldn't it be here? The exploration vehicle? We're close to the rendezvous point. It can't be far.
Na.
Hello?
Jan? What a relief. We thought we'd lost you.
Yeah, so did I. The base got caught in a huge sandstorm. And I lost part of my crew.
What? Your alters? How could you let that happen?
I didn't expect the technician to be such a duplicitous jerk. Ever since I created Tabula Rasa, there was unrest in the group. He used it to lead a full-on mutiny against me.
You mean they ran away? And they're exposed to radiation?
They took the exploration vehicle. And some supplies.
Tell me not all of them left?
No. Why?
The ship is close, Jan. You have to be ready for the arrival of the rescue team.
Ready? How?
They can't find out about your alters.
What? Wait a minute. Aren't you the head of mining operations? Aren't these your people?
They might answer to me, but their paychecks are signed by Ally Corp. And if you confront them with your alters, they will have to react. The board will not tolerate anything that could cast even the slightest shadow on the legitimacy of this operation. And the rescue team is on their leash. Do I have to spell it out to you? They will have your alters killed.
What? Killed? What kind of a rescue team are they?
They're a special ops unit. Military men.
You could have told me earlier.
Please, Jan. You always knew their primary mission was to escort the most precious cargo mankind has ever seen. Did you really expect them to arrive unarmed?
So you lied to me. That you'd prepare them.
I told you I'd test the waters, and that's what I did. But there is a lot of pressure on your success, Jan. A lot of anxiety amongst the top management. They can sense the vultures hovering around them, waiting for any sign of a slip-up. And they won't let them smell blood. They won't expose themselves.
So what exactly is your plan?
The rescue team will arrive shortly before sunrise. You have time until then to come up with a way to smuggle your alters on board. In the meantime, you need to keep collecting Rapidium.
Yeah, sure. Once we take off, what happens then?
You will all go into cryosleep, and as the ship approaches Earth, Lucas will take remote control over it and modify the coordinates. The ship will land in a secluded location I've been preparing.
And what about the crew?
They'll be in cryosleep during the landing. And by the time they wake up, we will be far away. I have a lab ready, and a guarantee of immunity from people who understand. I'm moving operations to a more science-friendly region, somewhere Ally Corp won't get to us. And, most importantly, where nobody will ever find your alters.
You're putting them in a lab?
I won't sugarcoat it. We've come too far together for that. If you wanted to hate me, I probably gave you enough reasons by now. Truth is, when I first heard about you, your situation, well, I'd be lying if I said it all came together immediately. On the contrary, I didn't hope for much. An accidental castaway with no qualifications, all alone, burdened with such a responsible task. But when Lucas told me you did it, You created your altar and managed to convince him to cooperate with you? I couldn't help but fantasize about where this could go. Can you see? I've been waiting for something like this ever since they shut down Project Elah.
You never stopped dreaming about reviving it.
You wouldn't be so surprised if you knew what we could achieve.
Lucas told me you wanted to help war veterans, patients with PTSD.
Yes, that was the initial scope. But we could have done so much more. But take, for example, the possibilities of re-socializing criminals by altering the experiences that led to their corruption. But why not go even further? Why should we limit ourselves to thinking only about altering the past? Why not be able to influence the future?
What? How?
The Tree of Life. You've seen yours, but it's just a projection, a rudimentary interface. Think about it. What if it was no interface, but an integrated part of the human mind, allowing us to live our lives exactly the way we should?
The way we should? What? You mean, make the right decisions?
Exactly. The human cognitive system enhanced in a way evolution failed to do in millions of years.
Wow, that's amazing.
More than that. Imagine a world where nobody ever takes the wrong turn. Children are never harmed. There are no court misrulings because there is no crime. Greedy and corrupt individuals never come to power, and because of that, wars never break out. Can you see now why your success meant so much to me? Do you not understand that giving Rapidium away for any other purpose would mean robbing humanity of its biggest evolutionary leap since we crawled out of the primordial soup? Do you still think there is a better purpose for your altars than to contribute to all that?
I'm not their owner. They're people in their own rights. I can't decide their fate for them.
That's very noble. But in a way, you've already done that when you created them. Look, all I'm asking is several weeks in a lab where I can run some tests on them, collect data, and prepare for the bigger leap.
And then what? You let them walk free?
You know I can't do that. It would be too risky for both of us and for them. But I could guarantee them a comfortable life. They would be hidden from the eyes of the world.
Safe.
The only alternative for them is to be disposed of by the corporation. Like waste. I think you need to take a breath. There's a lot to think about. How to smuggle your altars aboard that ship, for one. But first, you have to guide their navigator to your exact position. They'll need you to mark the spot with a beacon. Start with that, and then I trust you'll figure out what to do next.
Yeah. Sure. By the way, I wasn't an accidental survivor.
What do you mean?
The quantum computer chose me. Seems I was the one who had the biggest chance of making it.
Well, doesn't that just prove my point? We are capable of so much more than we think, Jan. Good luck, Jan.
Okay. Corrupt beacon. Hol van az a holoszoba? Az most nem is kell. Itt van. Nullát ad vissza. Azért akkor meg kell javítani előtte.
I'm done. Want me to take care of this now? Want me to work there now? Okay, I'm done. I can do this now.
Hát várj, hát mi van? 159 kell fém. Metál és organik mehet, ja. On the cliff by the ocean. Mi a fasz? Bees. Ó, szerint nincsen mit kifejleszteni. Faszom. Szép, kvázi rosszra mentem, egyet szétkúrtam.
Yes. I was missing that.
Na.
Placed. Time to summon the rescue team. But they can't find out about my altars. What the hell should I do? I wish the technician were here. He'd probably have something to say. Maybe he'd say that I should stop coming to him with every problem. You got us in this mess, Jan. Figure it out for yourself. It's a simple task. Think. You're supposed to be the one who can do it. I need to think with my heart. Damn. I'm sounding like the botanist. I need to get my shit together. But then, maybe that's not such a bad idea. Let's see. The heart of this mission is Rapidium. Huh. That might actually be it. That's what the rescue team will care about most. If there's anything they're not taking off without, it's their precious cargo. Yeah. That's it. I'll have to find a way to use Rapidium to smuggle the altars back to Earth. The details are gonna need refining, but I'm sure the scientists can help me with that. For now, brainstorm over. Let's light up this beacon. What the hell is that? Ah, shit. Pretty sure this was not supposed to happen. Please. Can't anything be normal on this goddamn planet?
I was wondering, aren't we getting any signal from the tour vehicle? We are, but it's ambiguous and very faint. It seems to be close by, but I'm unable to establish its exact location. So, you'll need to find it on your own. Fine. I'll take a look around. Good. We don't really know why we were lured here. Lured? You don't mean... Look. It's the technician we're talking about. An unstable, frustrated, resentful version of us. Whatever survival strategy he's boiled up, we'd better have the heads up. The only way to guarantee that is to locate that vehicle. Maybe they left some analog tracks? Just be careful. So, I have some bad news and some even worse news. Does that mean you finally talked to someone on Earth about us? Well, sort of, yes. It looks like they want me to keep you a secret from the rescue team. Smuggle you on board. Oh. And for what reason, if I may ask? Maxwell thinks they might kill you. You're just too much of a liability to the corporation. I'm sorry. But, I'm not sure we need to worry about that just yet, because that was the less bad news. The worst news is... the rescue ship might end up not picking us up at all. What? I set up the beacon. But just as the light was going up in the air, suddenly something jammed it. As if there was, I don't know, an invisible barrier up in the sky. Are you sure you activated the beacon correctly? Want to go out there and try it yourself? No need to get worked up, Jan. An invisible barrier in the sky is just as unexpected for me as it is for you. Well, we need to do something about it. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been in vain, and we'll end up fried down here. It's not just about the beacon. If light can't get out, then a ship won't get in either. Yes. Right. Let's stay cool. Give me a moment to study this thing. I was hoping you'd say that. I suppose in that case, the conversation about smuggling us on board should be postponed. I suggest we don't mention it to anyone just yet, so as not to cause unwanted agitation. Right. One problem at a time, huh? Yes. Let me research whatever this barrier is. First, you could use the time to look around the area, secure resources. We'll probably need them if we're to overcome yet another obstacle. I should look for the rebels. Who knows where they went? Lucas, good to hear you.
Jan, you're going home. Isn't that exciting? How are the preparations going?
How should I put it? Your enthusiasm may be a little premature.
Well, what's the problem this time?
It's pretty serious. might not make it back. There's a barrier in the sky. I'm gonna have to destroy it if I want the rescue ship to land.
Damn. You're so close.
Yeah, but see, I've been thinking. Do I want it to land?
What? What's that supposed to mean? Of course you do.
Here's the thing. While my alters are worried they might not get back to Earth, I'm worried about what's gonna happen to them after they get back. Because I've learned some troubling things about Maxwell, Lucas. Are you aware that he wants to hijack the Rapidium for himself?
Maxwell has other allies now, a much more open-minded organization than Ally Corp. It's run by people who actually care about progress.
Tell me something. Do you believe everything Maxwell tells you?
What? What do you mean?
Lena. She recorded a message for me and she said she dug out some dirt about his patients losing their minds, being unethically exploited.
Exploited?
If you could look me in the eye right now, would you swear that not a single person was mistreated in those experiments? Would you swear on your life, Lucas?
Well, there were some rumors at one point that a patient, that he was, well, a little unstable and he might have... But at his family's request, we buried his data. That's what Maxwell said.
So, it's true. Patient 313 really did exist.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Look, we were working with mentally disturbed people. Accidents happen, but Maxwell was just trying to help them.
Lucas, this is about my alters' lives.
It's a little late for doubts now, Jan. You have no choice but to trust Maxwell. If the corporation finds out about your alters, they'll get rid of them. There's no other option.
What if there was another option? You're a QC navigator, Lucas. Maxwell wants you to take control of the ship once it takes off. What if, assuming for a moment that I managed to get that rescue ship to land safely, what if I just asked you to dispatch us somewhere else? Somewhere they wouldn't find us.
What are you talking about, Jan? Hijacking a ship full of Rapidium? Are you crazy?
It's what you do anyway, isn't it? The question is, will you do it for Maxwell, or will you think for yourself?
I don't know, Jan. This is... It's all very confusing. My first reaction is to say no. But I'm thinking of how much you've achieved by collecting all that Rapidium and all those conversations we had. You've grown to be some kind of... well, inspiration to me.
A friend.
Yeah, I don't use that word often, but yeah. I need to think this over, okay? I'm not sure about what part I want to play in all this. I guess I'm not used to playing a significant part in anything.
Maxwell deserves a lesson in humility. He's taken you for granted for too long. You can show him how.
Hát jó. Hát akkor csinálhatja a metált. Mennyi raw food van még? 0. Na jó van. Ennyi bazzag, akkor holnap folytatás. Durva. Durvulnak a dolgok. Ja.